The other myth I want to debunk is that influencers are walking billboards. First of all, I hope you get what that means.
Break it down.
Okay, so I enter a conference, I talk to some people, and they're telling me, nah, but you're just a walking billboard. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, you know what, but why? Because I'm at that level in my life where I've learned how to take criticism. Like, if you could even tell me your shoes are ugly, and I'll sit down and tell you, okay, so what shoes do you think I should buy? You know? So I sit this guy down and ask him, oh, okay, I'm a walking billboard. First, tell me about that. So he starts telling me how most influencers don't have loyalty. They are always, today is going to do Pepsi, tomorrow Coca-Cola, then the next day is going to do Club, then you find him on some other event or whatever. So, I was guilty. I was guilty. I said, you know what? If that's what a walking billboard means, I guess I'm a walking billboard. Yeah. But then again, I sat down and said, but there are people who are not like me. There are influencers out there. I'll give you an example of people like I've worked with. There's a gentleman called Bernard Biwo.
Yeah.
So this is a guy whereby if you give him a gig, and the brand guidelines of the guidelines of that brand do not align with his, he's going to tell you no. However much money you pay, he's going to tell you no, I can't do that. You ask him why, he's like, well, it doesn't align with my brand as Biwo. Yeah, I can't let my audience see something like that. Yeah, so I sat down and then I said, this guy is actually right. To some degree, I am a walking billboard. Yeah. But what do you think? Do you think influencers are supposed to stick to let's say if I'm only doing nightlife events, should I only do nightlife events? I shouldn't, when someone brings good money for, let's say, an oil conference or something, I should just push it away? What do you think?
One thing I'll say, influencers aren't generally understood as embodying the company they're promoting. Okay? There's less impact to companies when they experience personal, yes. But like you said, some influencers, they have their beliefs. Okay, they have their beliefs. They have their codes of conduct, etc. etc. Okay, so yes, walking billboard, not really, because yes, you're a brand ambassador for Airtel. Okay, but there's some short gigs you will take on. Okay, and 6 months from now, to be honest, I will not remember that you did that gig. You get my point, okay? If there's this small business coming up, okay, and they're trying to push for awareness, okay, they'll push you'll push the awareness, and it's done, okay? If it goes south, some people will come and they'll make noise. You advertise something that was fake, that was, but that will be it. You get my point, and that's the difference when you come to see like brand ambassadors. Okay, you talked about B-Wall, and I've worked with B-Wall before. There's a time we're trying to push a certain campaign, and we onboarded B-Wall. B-Wall he literally became the billboard that you're talking about. He was talking about the bank in and out. Okay, he actually tried to interact with the website. He tried to chat. And then he kept coming back to me, giving me feedback, telling me, no, you should do this better. Your web chat should be like this, But then this particular influencers, not to mention names, yeah, this particular influencer did a YouTube video.
Feel free. This is a safe space.
No. This particular influencer did a YouTube video talking about my brand, yeah, and my brand is NCBA. And what this particular influencer, he or she, started by giving NCBA an in full. Like the bank does not have, it's just NCBA. But this person came and she gave it, and she said NCBA stands for National Commercial. And she uploaded it on her YouTube channel. You get? But trust me, with an influencer, I'm very sure if they asked that particular influencer about, no one would ask that influencer about NCBA Bank. Because she was doing a gig and she finished and moved on. You get my point? So that's the thing. Influencers many times, they're short term. They do things, awareness, and move on. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Because of time, let me just speed through some of the other myths. So there's one who once told me influencers can't sell. And I said, wow, now they want us to be salespeople. Yeah. So anyway, this he had a store, a fashion store. So he approaches me. He's like, you know what? I need some marketing advice and all that. So I give him all these other. Okay, I mean some of the things I give out for free. But him being a friend, I really go the extra mile, and I tell him, you know what? You can even give me the brand. Me, I'll post for you. You know, I will bring engagement. I'll
So in
bring
short,
some
you
conversions.
content push.
Yes. So, and this person said, what? No. When you are an influencer, you can't sell. I'm like, okay. What do you mean? He's like, well, some time back, I used influencers. They came. Then we even trended. But I only sold one suit. I'm like, okay. But then I said, so who are these influencers you had? It's like, I had so and so, so and so, so and so. I pinpointed on one of the people they used. And I told the guy, look here, you hired this person, right? Yes. I said, look through the followers. So we got through the followers. This person had about, 2,000 followers. So we didn't go very far, but at least in the first 100, I asked him, do you see anyone in those 100 that can actually afford any of your suits? And he's like, I don't think so. I'm not seeing any. I'm just seeing, Big Booty 3, Kamonde 1. Those were the brands that were sorry, those were the accounts you were seeing as
Yes.
you were scrolling. So I told him, even when it comes to influencers, you actually need to, first of all, sit down, ask yourself, what is the goal you are looking for? Do you want to sell? Do you want awareness? Do you want to just trend? Or do you want to just waste money? Yeah. And I told him, these people you picked are good for awareness and creating engagement because they have their
engagement. Awareness.
let me finish. Engagement, because the thing I love about micro influencers is it's like they all have WhatsApp groups. Yeah. So a guy will put up a tweet. 2 minutes later, there are like 10 people commenting on what? On this tweet. And you're like, I zero back to the days when I was starting out, and I remember the things we used to build it because we didn't have a following. It was impossible to have engagement. What did we do? We had WhatsApp groups as micro influencers. I get 20 guys in like 2,000 followers. I put them in a WhatsApp group. I say, guys, I put a tweet here. Everyone in this WhatsApp group, you have to put 2 tweets in a day maximum. All of us have to do what? Engage on those 2 tweets. So I realized this is the tactic some of the micro influencers were using. So I said, some of these people, yes, you might hire them either for awareness, for engagement. If you want direct conversions, that's also possible. If you want to trend, that's also possible. But there are different influencers for every campaign goal you are actually looking towards too. This is the one thing I tried to tell him, and I told him. So anyway, the conversation ended with saying influencers can sell, because I myself, Faizo, have actually sold product on Twitter. Let me ask you something. There's this myth of you can't measure the impact of an influencer. Just talk about that briefly.
Well, going back to depending on what you're looking for, okay? The engagement rate, and how do you measure engagement rate? Looking at the audience, the kind of audience one. Okay, you're talking about influencers are not being able to sell or being able to sell. You have seen some people who tweet, they get very many retweets, but when you look at their comment section, everyone is talking about different things in there. You get my point? Yeah, everyone in there is talking about different things. So this guy is going to come and tell you, look here, I have very many retweets, I have very many retweets, I have very many comments, but how valuable are those comments? Is there anyone who's asking you, tell me about this brand, tell me more? Okay? So that goes back to even when you're looking at the particular influencers, who are their mates? Who are their audiences? Okay, yeah. Yes, you'll find someone who will talk about maybe like for the ladies. Okay, if say this person likes say working out, okay, and maybe she's had a story over time. She's still lost weight or she's living healthy, and when you see in her audience, people asking about meal plans, asking about what is she doing about this, etc, etc. And then this particular health club or this particular salad organization or restaurant approaches her, yeah, and while she's talking about her healthy lifestyle, she's talking about this particular place she goes to buy her salad, or this place she goes to work out this year. So if you give such a person that gig, okay, and you get to see from one how many people have engaged with her content and have valuably engaged with her content. That's one of the ways that you can measure. Okay. Yes, of course you look at the bit of how many leads have they brought. Okay, because for us, even someone who asks about the brand, someone who say, but where is this bank? Where is this located? That person, I'll look at that person as a potential customer. Okay? Someone who say, oh, I like this and this and this, or I dislike this and this and this. As a marketing person, that influencer has achieved my objective. You get my point. So it depends. Yeah. But yes, you can measure. You can measure depending. If you want awareness, yes, awareness, that's totally wrong audience.
Okay. I love how we were on the same page when it comes to that. So it's actually possible to measure an influencer's return on investment, and it also depends on why you hired the influencer. Did you hire them for awareness? Look at the trends. Did you hire them for engagement? Look at their posts. Look at your brand posts. Are they engaging with your brand? Are they retweeting or sharing your campaigns or your messages? You hired them for leads. How many leads have come? There's this thing, actually, I love how brands now have started using the what's it called? The affiliate kind of marketing, where they give you a code and then they're like, you know what? We'll judge your energy depending on how many conversions come from this code.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, that's one of the most disappointing things I have had to do. Why? Because the moment you tell me I'm going to pay according to how many conversions are coming from this code, yeah, the first thing I'm going to think about is, wow, so I really need to work hard.
Rightfully,
yeah?
you should.
So I really need to work. Yes. So I really need to work hard. But it's amazing because as an influencer, in the past I never really used to doubt myself. But there's just something that comes with someone telling you, anyway, let me just give an example. So there's this campaign I was on. I think we were onboarding signups to a specific website. So this guy tells me, hey, you know what? You have a big following and I feel like you have a lot of engagement. Yeah. Let me give you this code, this link. Just get me even 10 people is okay. So I sat down, I said, yes, I'm an influencer. Of course, I didn't tell him I wanted the money. But I sat down, I said, I'm an influencer. I want this money. But my work is going to be judged according to how many conversions are coming to this link. What did I do? I worked as hard as possible. I literally sat down and said, I'm not going to make this guy ashamed me, because I cannot be having 53,000 followers and I can't even make 10 conversions. Anyway,
and you know it's very possible.
Exactly. So what happened? On my first day, I got 5. I got 5. I sat down, I went back to the drawing board, I did some research. I said, you know what, how does affiliate marketing actually work? Yeah. It's not until it hit me that even when it comes to website conversions, social media traffic is not that high. So if someone gives you a link to promote it, let's say on Twitter, yeah, they already know you're going to be working at a disadvantage. Otherwise, they would have just done it on their account. But the reason they need you, the influencer, is because they know it is hard to get social media traffic onto a website. Anyway, I did some research and then I found out that it's actually hard. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. Affiliate marketing is one of the hardest things to do because, one, you need to be very good at personal selling. So the second day I told the guy, you know what, I'm sorry I disappointed you, but let me have another go. What do I do? In the morning, I got the link. I left Twitter alone. I went to WhatsApp. I texted 10 people. I told them, guys, you have a job. It was an HR gig. You have a job. You have HRs. Go to this link and nominate your HR. That's what I started doing. So I actually found out that for me to be for my influencing prowess to work, it does not only just have to be on Twitter, on my page. I literally walked the talk, went on WhatsApp, posted it on my status, went on Snapchat, did a whole video about it, told people, guys, just scroll up, you'll go to the website and you do this and this and this. But at the end of the day, rather at the end of the week, my curve went up and then of course down towards the end because I think I reached saturation. But what I'm trying to say is for the brands that still think you can't measure the output of an influencer, that's a myth. You can.